Covering all things LEGO, from Minneapolis to Fiverton and LEGO cities beyond. It's breaking news.
What's up there, LEGO fans, and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Breaking News, where if you love LEGO and you're old enough to remember 1-900 numbers, well then, you're in the right place. Remember those?
What do you remember about 1-900 numbers?
Calling them all the time. Getting the phone bill. You know what, though? I do have one experience with them. Just one. And I was a little kid, and I called the number, and I don't know what I did. Dialed the wrong number, obviously, and I put it up, and immediately got this very, very seductive voice saying very naughty things to me. And I went, what is this? It's like, yeah, that was my experience. I was traumatized.
Did your parents ask you about the bill when it came?
No, I don't remember anything about that, but I'm sure maybe it showed up, maybe it didn't. I don't know. Man, phone bills. Yeah. That's another thing too, like where you could see all of your phone calls and how much they cost.
Long distance was a big deal.
Oh my goodness, that was painful.
I remember that people come in, hurry, it's long distance, you better come.
Get in here. Yeah, it was expensive stuff, but yeah, the 900 numbers, that was another level of expenses, but you know what? I'm sure a lot of people didn't mind.
$1.99 per minute.
$1. Yeah, and the infomercials. The party lines, yes. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah, yes. There you go.
I don't even know if they still have those.
Let's test it out, shall we? You know what?
We know they'll pick up the
You'll hear it just fine on this mic. That's right. Oh, my goodness.
Is this child-friendly? No, not tonight.
No. Anyway, let's continue on and talk about LEGO stuff.
Are we going to do that?
I guess so.
Last week was a lot less of that.
You know what's so funny, man? I was watching the episode, and I was complaining a lot about getting old and getting aches and pains and this and that. And I go and I work out, and I'm done. And sure enough, man, I'm like, oh, what happened to my... It's like my back/neck is like kind of tight. I'm like, see? Yeah. The struggle is real. Yes. It really is. So, but you know what, though? It was great to have a lot of you commiserate with me, because misery loves company, and you guys were right there. You know it.
Well, and we will talk about those next week.
So stay tuned
we're always a week
for that.
behind on our...
Yeah, that's right.
Just
stay tuned
weird
for that one. That one's fun. That was a fun one. So
speaking of being behind.
Speaking of behinds, 1-900 numbers.
So, as of the recording of this, the Afool 100 comes out tomorrow.
Oh my goodness!
But we had a sneak preview.
We did. A little bit.
By this point, it's already been out.
It's out. The cat's out of the bag. But
how was your experience on the Afool?
You know, I just want to say, first of all, that was really nice of the guys to do that for us. I mean, we almost kind of took over a little bit.
That's what Tanya said. She's like, you kind of took over for Joey. I was
I know. I felt a little bad, but they were okay with it. But I'm like, they're just being really nice to us. But you guys there at the Afool podcast, we really appreciate that. That was a blast. It was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
And I was sad when it was over. I was like, we're having a great time, and hopefully we were good guests for you guys.
But it's hard because we haven't watched it since we recorded it, and that's been almost 10 days ago.
It was about 10 days ago, yeah. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, I think we were good guests.
It's going to come out tomorrow. We're going to be like, boy, that sucked.
I think, but at the end, Jabo says, "Take us out." And I'm like, okay. And I feel like I did my best with the improv, but it probably is going to suck. But I was thinking about it later. I thought, man, if I was prepared, I would have had this epic epic Star Trek.
I was going to say, was it going to be Captain Kirk?
Oh, man, because I would have gone through. Anyway, I mean, so it was okay. I hope it was okay. Hopefully it wasn't awkward. People were like, oh, whoa, man, never have these guys back.
People love that, though. Awkward stuff.
You know what? We are the epitome of awkward, which is maybe why a lot of people watch us. But I always tell myself, because when I'm at work meetings, I talk so much. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Really? That surprises me.
It's shocking, isn't it? And I go down so many rabbit holes because someone will ask me.
Another shocking irrelevance.
I end up, at the end of my spiel, I go, sorry, that was a long-winded answer to your question. They go, oh, that's okay. We appreciate the information. I'm like, I don't know if you're just saying that to be nice. Or they go, this Alex guy better shut up because I got lunch right now waiting for me, and he's yammering on about this and that and these spreadsheets, blah, blah, blah.
Well, if it's on a call, maybe they're eating lunch, and they're okay with it. They're just
so funny, man. So I eat lunch a lot on phone calls at work because, because like we're all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah.
And it's usually within the country I'm talking to people, and they set up these meetings right at noon my time. I'm like, why do you guys do that? I'm so hungry. So I'm like, sometimes I have to force myself to eat earlier, or I'm like, okay, so what I'm gonna do. I'm on calls all the time. I swear. Like it's nuts at work right now, guys. But I won't get into that. Irregardless. So I go and I run, go in the kitchen, make myself a sandwich, make like a deli sandwich. Come back in, get on the call. Listen, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta talk. Yeah, that's good. We're good with that. This is that timeline. Blah blah blah. Yep. Mute. I'll tell you this much though. This is funny. Okay, so here I go talking a lot. I am a totally different person on meetings from before I eat lunch to after, because I have my Monster at lunch, and I've reduced my Monster intake. Just so you guys, those of you who are worried about my health, I appreciate that. I've reduced it because my doctor said I'm going to die if I don't. And I'm like, I'll be okay. I know what I'm doing. So I no longer buy the 16 ounces, I buy the 12 ounces. And gosh darn it, if I don't finish those things so quickly and go, I want another one. But I don't. I don't.
So the problem I have with those meetings is I'll have them at noon, but I also have them like 11 to noon, and the noon goes to 1, and then I have 1 to 2. Like they go back to back.
Back to back are awful.
Like, well, I can eat lunch at 9:30 or 3:30.
It's terrible, yeah. And it depends on like, okay, do I need to be here? Sometimes they're like yammering. I'm like, this doesn't really apply to me. And we have Teams, like Microsoft Teams.
That's what we use.
And so I will get on my phone and I'll transfer to my phone and I'll take my phone into the kitchen with me. And I'll like put it on mute and I'll make my sandwich or whatever. And then I'll go back and I'll put it back onto my computer. But this is our struggle. This is the battles that we fight for remote work,
They all feel bad for you. All those people going
feel
into the office every day.
Don't you feel awful for these awful battles I have to fight in the comfort of my own home? Oh my goodness. Yes. All right, man. Sorry. That was again went down a little rabbit hole there. A few of them actually. So you're welcome.
It happens. All right. So what do we have to talk about?
No, we
today?
were talking about the Afool still, but
Afools.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You got on work meetings and then
I
work
I did, but no, that was a lot of fun. Those guys are great, and I know not all of our audience watches the Afool podcast, but make a point to watch episode 100 and give a shout out to them. And I also got to say,
it's like a midweek breaking news fix.
It really is.
This one
really is. Oh man, yeah, this one's going to be a good one. But no, it was good. But they had their topics.
No, I think so.
I was trying my best to just not, because I'm a guest, on their podcast. I was trying not to talk too much, but I kind of felt like I probably interjected a few.
So you're saying it was my fault?
No, you're good. You were good.
Because my wife told me it was my fault. So.
It's all his fault, guys. So if we watch this thing, when we watch it tomorrow, finally.
Well, I figured as a 5-time guest.
This guy.
Big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
What's that? I should be getting my 5-time jacket anytime soon.
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, but no, Joey, Earl, Jabo, you guys are awesome. Legends. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if we never get invited back, we know why. It's all good. But hopefully we added some value to episode 100. It was an honor. It was what I'm trying to say. It was an honor to be on episode 100. And
well, the intro part was a lot of fun.
The intro was interesting. Yeah, that was... When they said that, I'm like, are you sure you want us to do this for you guys? It was...
It'd be interesting to see how they would answer that question now versus before.
Like, do you regret that at all?
That?
You're like, yeah, that was a bad decision. Irregardless. Can't go back now.
That's right.
Maybe we don't even see it posted. Oh, you know what? Also, I felt bad
they
because
recorded an alternate episode.
Joey's like, when I brought out the yellow semi-truck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anything was wrong with that. Because it's not like a review. There's pictures of it all over the internet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I felt bad because he's like looking out for me.
Yeah.
He's like, I better black this out. And he did. So Joey, thanks for doing that. Hopefully that wasn't too much work having to do the blackout. Oh man, I'm never going back. They're never going to copy back. So I promise.
The LAN or
the LAN sets.
Oh.
The Afool. Well, probably both. I don't know. Well, Joey made it so that I still am in the LAN. So I guess I don't know that it was a bad thing. I don't know that Lego would ever even know about it, but better safe than sorry. But yeah, Joey, that was perfect. Like you had the black censored thing all over the place.
Well, you already say they don't watch yours. Do you think they're going to go and watch a non-land
you know what?
member
It's
to
just going to
find
be
out what Alex is
some
doing?
random person there who's going to check it out. Like, what's that meme with Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? He's
And he's like,
that's it right there. You got it.
there you go.
Awesome. But yeah, thanks, guys. You're legends. Have us back on episode 200. We're looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, like you said, check them out. If
Check
you
it
don't
out.
watch, give them a shot. Give them a
Yeah,
shot.
we'll put what I'll do is I'll put a link to that very episode, and you put the link in the description. This is on your channel.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I was surprised how many people, I don't think that's the comments we're going to talk about this time, but I was surprised how many people said, I don't watch the other one. Because I thought a lot of people that watch ours do watch theirs.
I'm sure most do.
I see a lot of the comments,
sure
but I was
most do.
surprised. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we're grateful for anyone that watches ours. You don't have to watch anything else.
Well, I've noticed with the Afool podcast is that they're all Bricklink sellers. So they do talk a lot about their Bricklink stores and the challenges with running a store, which I appreciate. I don't relate to that. I do a little bit. I sell on Bricklink. So I'm like a little bit, but not at the volume that they do.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's like I don't know. It seems like it's a full-time job, man.
Well, I think it depends. I mean, I think Jabo is clearly the bigger seller. I think he sells more than the other two combined. Like I
don't know, dude.
I feel like Joey sells, like he's built his store. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if Earl actually sells much. I'll be honest. I get the feeling he has a store.
He's got some cool shelves all around him, man.
Stuff, but I don't know.
Those drawers are pretty sweet. That's cool. It's cool. Anyway,
maybe he could include a sweet tart with every order. Like get those little.
Hey, no, he's not giving up his sweet tarts. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Ain't no way.
Rule, I've heard.
Ain't no way, man. That's like me sending out a complimentary monster drink in my order. They ain't doing that. All right.
Well, speaking of,
don't do that to us.
You're telling us we're not recording. You're not very funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Hysterical. Thanks.
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see if we'll cut that out or not.
What are they looking at?
Yeah, they're like, what?
Sometimes, like people, like when
Someone came up. It was my daughter. She came up to the camera and she's like
we're
it's
like,
off.
Are,
We're like, what?
Are you kidding me?
We've had enough problems.
That amazing performance I just put in. Like when we're at my house, I just leave the door open because it's kind of hot in that studio upstairs, and we need some airflow, right?
As opposed to here where we have no doors.
Yeah, and it's all wide open down here. So yeah, people come and pass through, and it's good because we work on our peripheral vision.
Yeah.
We're like eyes on the camera, even though someone's walking back and forth. Like, oh, what's that person doing? What's going on here? Come on now, what is this, CNN? But the issue with my house is that I want the door open, but my kids are loud. They're out. I mean, they're not loud, but you hear people talking.
Well, sometimes. I mean, especially when Josh is doing the ball and occasionally when I've been editing, I can hear it. But
yeah,
I hear for it, right? I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
But we're not going to edit that out. It's just it is what it is. We do this when we can, and our families are around.
Pretty much. That's what it is.
It's real.
So
we call it the real podcast. No, it's not the real life podcast.
Well, we did the Real Housewives.
The Real Housewives of Breaking News. Yeah.
And I don't even think they watch anymore.
So they watch. I when there's something great, I show Mindy, like your commercial, that last one with the congratulations of 100 episode
the interview with him
with Chet Turlington or whatever his name is.
Chet Turlington.
That is
Breaking News.
If you guys haven't seen that, if you see just 3 minutes of Breaking News, go to that episode. Is it on my channel? Was it this
last week? Yeah.
So go to my channel, the last one, and go to the last 3 minutes, and you won't regret it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're familiar with the Afool podcast.
It should be in the Afool podcast, but I'm worried it wasn't loud enough because I had literally just edited that together, and I didn't have a chance to mess with the sound because I was like 5 minutes late to record anyways. So I hope it's loud enough. I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow.
I think it's fine.
Well, okay.
Well, irregardless, we were cracking up hysterically there on the show. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was worth it just for that. It really was. So, I'm glad you got that done when you did, because that added a lot of fun and value to the podcast.
It gave him a chance to react in real time.
In real time,
instead of
and
2
all of
weeks
us
later.
are like healed over in laughter because we're all going to lose that. I had to put myself on mute. I muted myself because I was losing it.
Yeah, Jabo goes at a screen a couple times. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well done, my man. Well done.
Well, thank you.
I don't have the patience to do all that, man. That had to be a lot of work, right?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
well, like Jabo said when he did his episode of the Star Trek little thingy for our little spoof, that was probably, I don't know, it probably took some effort.
It did. I think the one thing that would be easier for that one is it was really just the one audio clip of you.
Yeah, right.
So
that helped a little bit.
Because that's the hardest part about
getting
it.
The audio clips.
Is going out and finding different clips.
Making it work.
That I can make fit and that'll be funny, right? I mean, that's the whole thing.
My favorite one, though, is when you were asking them about their co-hosts. And Jabo says, I wish they would put as much effort into doing
that people want or something.
I wish they would put as much effort into other things as they put into stuff that nobody wants.
It's just because, I mean, the Jabo one-liners they're awesome because his out of context is hysterical.
Yeah.
Because he's a little more critical on things. And just like he says, these guys are masters at being jerks or something.
They're masters at selling crap.
Yeah, I suck. I just suck less. Just things like that are just gold if you were taking them out of context. Even in context, it's still funny. Yeah. But anyway.
Well, that's the one thing. As I listen now to the podcast, I listen for those things. And
I'm like, yeah. Now that you're
now
looking
I start
for
saving
them,
those.
You can
things.
start saving them. Good call. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not doing the same thing with us because. Reasons.
But they don't.
1-900
do
numbers. Do you want to? Oh man, what is this? Go on. And then what? All right, sorry.
That's all right.
Anyway, episode 100. Congratulations, guys. You're awesome. You're legends. Thanks for having us on the show. Until next time.
We'll see you at 200.
See you at 200. All right, let's rock.
So speaking of people not watching.
Okay.
I had my
man.
I had my review. I thought this could be something interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You tell me if you don't want to, but
no, it's fine. It's some controversy. So we get occasionally, sometimes we get some trolls. Sometimes we get a conversation going that can go south pretty quick. So go ahead.
So as many of you may be aware, I sometimes receive fantasy sets. I'm in the pan, as Earl likes to say. Mm-hmm. They offer me some sets to review, and I don't take any money for it. It's just a free set, and I put it out there, and I don't care if people buy it. I don't make any money. I don't, they give a discount code.
Can you put the item in your YouTube as kind of like this is an item, and you can get 7% if they go into that website and buy it?
I mean, I guess if I signed up for an affiliate program with Amazon, I guess that would work. I don't know.
I thought it was like just one of those features that we had. Like if we're reviewing a product, we can find the product online, and retailers. Anyway,
I don't know.
Irregardless,
I don't make any money off of it. That's the point I'm saying. I don't do it for any money. It's an interesting build, and it's
the pure love of the build.
Well, it's just to show something different for people.
Oh, I'm not on. I'm sorry, I'm not on mute.
Okay. Well, judging by the so far in the episode, you're not on. Okay. Anyways, I understand some people, they are not interested in non-Lego. That's fine. I don't do it because I'm saying you have to buy non-Lego. I have a lot of Lego. Did you know this? I got a fair amount of Lego, right?
Sets.
I do them just because some people find it interesting. It's content. And sometimes that's difficult. You know that as well.
Content, yes.
But at first when I started, because I remember talking to you, I'm like, do you think people are going to be turned off? Do you think people are going to...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get a lot of backlash. And we had a couple people that were like, what is this?
Pitchforks and torches, man.
Flego or whatever.
Flego! Yeah.
But after the first one, I haven't really got too much. It does tend to get a lower approval rating. thumbs up to dislike.
Oh, less thumbs up, yeah.
You know, but it's like my channel average is like 98.5, and they'll be like 97% thumbs up. So
that's still pretty high.
That's fine. I don't really care. I got more dislikes on my Lego screwed me video. I'll tell you that. And I don't want to talk about it. We're not about that.
Well, it's not going there
Anyways,
again.
there's a comment, and I got a couple, but there was one comment that kind of spurred some conversation between a few different people. And I thought I could maybe read it a little bit, and we could talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
So this person, I'm not going to say who it is. That's fine. They said, I'm surprised you would support a company that so blatantly copies another company's designs. The only original pieces I see are for the minifigures. Lego should sue this company for patent infringement, but I guess it wouldn't matter because in China they do not have respect for that. Why would you promote theft from Lego? Definitely not subscribed. And the not is in bold, all uppercase. And then there was some more, someone else came and said, so you're implying Lego has committed crimes? What crimes?
Crimes against humanity.
There's all this kind of stuff. It's really kind of funny to me. And I went back and I said,
Yo, chill out, man.
Well, the first thing I said to him, I said, well, if you're concerned about, companies stealing another company's idea, you may want to go back to the original Lego brick. Look up Kitty Craft out of England.
This is a did you know moment.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, you could find questionable things in business all over the place, right? So
they're all equitable.
So I was just curious. I thought it was kind of funny because it goes on, and I think he accused me of being a communist or something.
I always knew it, Jason. I knew you were a commie.
And another thing was about, how they don't. Well, it's in China they don't pay the wages. And I'm like, well, Lego has factories in Mexico and China, and I'm sure they pay them the same they do their employees in Billund. It doesn't work that way, right? I mean, that's why things are made in China. But it was funny because in our Afool Breaking News chat that we have, because Jabo put in here, he went in and said, something to the effect of, let's see.
That's a lot more comments than when I saw it first.
Yeah, so Jabo went in and he just said, this isn't stolen, right? Because that's the one thing about Fantasy, and I've been careful because Lepin, we know there's issues there.
Stay away from them, yeah.
And that's what I said. I said, Lego has no problem suing people. Just ask HA Bricks, right? I mean, that's going on right now. So they don't have an issue with that. And a lot of their patents that they had, those expired in the 70s.
Yeah,
for bricks.
They're long gone.
Right? So, did they make a new part? I mean, I don't think they patent every single part at this point. They must not. Anyways, the point is, what do you think about this? Do you think Lego is this? Because that's what I gave the guy a hard time. I'm like, I said, the way you're talking about this is you're acting like Lego is this virtuous, highly moral entity. And I said, it's not. It is a for-profit company, and it's run by imperfect people. Yeah. And you're going to have issues.
It's a big toy company, privately owned, but they're in the business of creating a child's toy. And there are a lot of companies that produce children's toys that are bricks, little interlocking brick systems. And like Fantasy, I've seen a lot of these things that you've shown, and I'm impressed. These are pretty cool. And in fact, if they were around when I was a teenager, man, they're affordable.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. That's a
crazy.
Modular. It's $109 before the 15% discount. I mean, I can see where people would be interested in
easily
that.
Twice that price if it's Lego, right? And I mean, I'm kind of like a little snob on the quality because I always feel like, well, Lego quality is there, the longevity is there, but they're not perfect, and other companies have really caught up with quality as well.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, their quality is very close to Lego, if not the same, and there's a couple others because I've not experienced WeBrick or Funhole.
Funhole, yeah.
Those are the two I hear really good things from.
Yeah,
there's others.
My wife did that on his channel.
My wife did that flower, and it was horrible.
Oh, that flower, yeah.
That's a different. That's not the same quality. But I mean, the printing and all of this, and we hear I think it was last week on the episode, we had comments where people, or at least 2 weeks ago, people were talking about, they're bricks and they sent them back, and they had to get them twice from Lego because they had the mold marks.
Yeah, so there you go. It's to your point, they are far from perfect. They're doing their best to produce a quality toy for kids and adults, but other companies are as well. And where I draw the line, though, is the copyright of the designs, right? Yeah. If you're stealing designs, because that's what Lepin does. That drives me. All of their designs are stolen.
Yeah, and I've seen that where people have done reviews of like I saw someone just did the Ghostbuster Firehouse, a knockoff of that, and the UCS Slave One.
Yes.
That I wouldn't be interested in, even if it was just as good a brick or anything like that, because that is you're stealing someone else's idea, or even people stealing the ideas sets and those kinds of things. So I don't know.
You had a fun one there. I mean, you guys kind of you had some engagement there with the troll.
Yeah, there you go.
And I usually don't do that. Well, I have. I mean, usually it's pretty simple. It's usually a comment that's you don't rebuttal. It's hard to rebuttal. So one. Oh man, I just posted this on my Facebook page, my personal one. So most of you probably didn't see this, but whenever I get a troll, I always get excited because I'm like, oh my gosh. It was the one.
You probably don't get too many.
Not too many,
and
no.
I don't either.
And I get excited when I see them because it's funny because what they're doing is they're insulting you for being an adult collecting this toy, right? And so Mindy and I, it was our video of opening up the Lego City sets.
Oh yeah.
So and the video's done very well. And those ones that do very well, they're recommended more with the YouTube algorithm, which means usually people who are not subscribed to me, who don't know who the heck I am, get the recommendations. And they can't help but to click, right? That helps.
Yep.
So they click on it, and this, I think it's some lady based on the avatar, and it says, with misspelled words too, I might add. What a plum. First off, I guess plum is an insult. I don't know. Right. I guess peach is a good thing and plum is a bad thing. But what a plum. I feel so bad for this dude's wife. Dude is spelled D-U-E-S. She should should leave his dude's wife. What did she see? Wow, man, what was it? Well, the last one was like, she can do so much better.
Oh yeah, I saw that when you posted that on your.
And so
that's right.
I'm like,
because you're like the secret's out,
Mindy. I told Mindy, come here. I got a comment for you. She's like, what? And I'm like, look. And she's like, So I had to screenshot it and put it on. It was hysterical. And I gotta say too, like the people, obviously they're friends with me on Facebook.
Yeah.
They're always great. They're always good. They always kind of defend me, and it's fun, which I appreciate. Thanks, guys. But that was I get excited when I see the trolls, and I got to share it on my Facebook page because they're fun. They're fun. Or one of my favorite ones though is this dude is living in his parents' basement, or my mom and dad bought all my Lego for me. I was like, oh man, they got me. Darn it. Yeah.
They did until I was 14.
Until I was 14, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of little kids over at my house. I think I told you this. Like little 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds for an activity. And I had them build some of my sets, like a little build competition. And as a reward, they got to go downstairs and see the Lego City. And so we have to go through all the rules. Like, okay, don't touch anything. I know you're going to be really tempted to do this. And they are all high-energy kids, right? Yeah. And just don't touch anything. Resist the urge to grab anything. Just look. There is a way for you to get around the city. Just walk slowly. Don't run, because I've had problems with kids running. Because I'll turn the train on, and they'll chase the train, and they're looking at the train, and all of a sudden, BAM! Oh, man. But what was my point? I guess my point is that it was cool. Just seeing them, like they were just like all asking me 100 questions at once. I'm like, I can't keep up with you guys here. But it was a fun little 10 minutes before their parents came and picked them up. But did I have a point with that? I thought I had a point, and I forgot my point where my connection was sharing that story. And I'm so sorry. I just wanted to share that I had people impressed with. Well, what was it? No, there was a connection with trolls or something. There wasn't. Oh yeah. One of the kids said, "How do you have so much Lego?" And I said, well, if you collect one thing for 35 years straight, religiously, chances are you're going to have a crazy ton of it, just like this.
Yep.
And that's it. Didn't get this overnight. It is an accumulation over decades and decades. So that was my point. There you go. I don't know what that had to do with what was said before.
I don't know. I mean, the point I was going to go to.
My mom and dad didn't buy it for me. I wish they did. Well, I guess my dad bought me a lot of sets when I was a kid.
They did when you were a kid.
Yeah, every
you
Christmas.
didn't have any money.
I was always broke, so they were.
Then you
they
got
were
a
my
job
source
and bought your own.
Man, that was. I remember being. You get my paycheck from my Reams grocery store. That doesn't even exist anymore. They plowed that thing down.
Yeah.
And now it's a retirement center. Probably better use of the land anyway.
You can start your career there
start
and
there,
end there.
and end it there. Oh!
We all know how last week's episode went.
I'm already halfway there. Oh, oh my goodness. But yeah, like I remember just standing in Kmart's, Fred Meyer's, and Toys R Us in the toy aisle, just looking at all of them and going,
let me ask you about this.
So expensive, $60. Ouch. Oh.
This wasn't something I had planned to ask about, but you brought this up and it made me think about it. Because now we're adults. You have stupid adult money that you can buy all kinds of stuff you don't need or shouldn't, right?
Sure.
I'm guessing some of you out there might have this issue.
Expendable income.
Do you ever go to like the Lego store, for example, and in some way do you find it discouraging, or I'm trying to find the right word for it, but I remember a couple months ago I was there and I was looking and I was like, I have everything here that I want. And there was kind of a bit of, I don't want to say depression about it, but it's kind of like, it was kind of like a bad feeling.
No, I know what you're talking about.
But it's like, it's like, well, what's the point here? Like,
there was.
I don't know.
As a kid, because like you have this yearning or wanting and desire for these sets. You
One
see
day,
them in,
I'm
you see
gonna
them in
get
catalogs.
the AT-AT.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get the Millennium Falcon or whatever it is.
Now I'm like, all those cool sets that I remember came out last year. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that they're all in that room. Yay, I have them. Yeah. And there's kind of like that. I mean, there's still pride in ownership, of course. It's like, oh, you're so cool. But no, I've had similar feelings where I'm like,
I mean, maybe it's the fact that there's no, like, you don't have something to look forward to. Like, I go to the Lego store and I already know they're not going to have anything I'm going to be buying today. So why am I going?
Yeah, I think for me, it's. I mean, once in a while,
you don't have to go to the Lego store; it just shows up at your door.
I know that it's a great system, absolutely. But you're not wrong.
I'm sorry, I have to bother you about that every once in a while.
No, no. I am. Well, here's the thing. I am literally living my childhood dream. I really am. Mm-hmm. I am in a situation where, I have the income to buy Lego that I want, but I'm also getting Lego for free. Yep. You know, whether it's from the land sending me specific sets or me requesting certain sets, right, which I can do. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And I don't know that I'm like, if my 15 or 16-year-old self could meet me now and I said, this is my life, and I'm like, it's okay, I'm sure
would you be disappointed?
He would kick me in the you-know-whats, because like that my whole life as a kid was just like the yearning for these sets that I'll never have because they're just so expensive. Like the airport shuttle was the pinnacle of my purchase, and that was a Christmas/birthday present, and I had to negotiate the heck out for that. And that was like what, I don't know how much it was. It wasn't even close to $200.
Yeah.
Right? And now we spend, $300 on a set without even blinking. Mm-hmm. Right? But I will say this. If I was a teenager now, right? And I know people make more money now, especially if you're in California, $20 an hour ain't bad. If you can keep the job. We won't get into politics.
That's a different
conversation. But let's say like, I don't know, how much does Josh make? I can't remember. I think I'm guessing like $12, $13. I don't know. Yeah. He's at a rec center. It's 3 times more than I made when I was a kid. Would they be discouraged because you have $400 sets, $600 sets? It's not like when we were kids and the most expensive set was maybe $130 for a 9-volt train.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, that's like the Cloud City set, 21 years ago, that was $100, which was a lot of money.
Right.
Right? I mean,
sure.
That's why it didn't sell very much, and now people want it.
And now here we are, $300, $400, $500 Lego sets. We're like, that's cool.
$850. You go buy that one there, $850.
$700, $250, $200. Yeah, it's insane. Castle, what was that, $350?
That was 3. The new one's $350.
That's $400. That thing. Now it's $500. The new one's $500. So
you're just watching him point into space. He's randomly saying numbers.
So many expensive Lego sets, but in the future, we don't use money anymore. You know what?
They don't have Lego either.
Did
you think about that?
Hold on. I got a story. I got time out. It's fun. So I love Star. Oh, I got my Star Trek shirt on, man.
Woo!
See that? Representing. So I love Star Trek: The Next Generation, and there's an episode where there's a room of replicators. Right? They have food replicators, but I remember these, and this is the 80s. It's so 80s. Parents with the 80s hair, but of course it's the future, and they have this kid, and he's like 10 or 11 years old. And he puts in, it's like a little doot, 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 and then it replicates a stuffed animal. And the kid takes and walks away. I'm like, oh, I would replicate the airport shuttle. I would replicate this. I would replicate that. I would get all those Lego sets, like set number 6399. 6399 times 10. I would go crazy if I had a replicator that replicated plastic toys like Lego. I would go nuts. And he gets a stuffed animal. What are you doing? Get a stuffed animal. Get a Lego set. Get a vintage set.
Maybe they don't have stuffed animals in the future. I don't know.
Stuff that animal. Anyway, regardless, doesn't matter.
All right.
Replicators.
Talk about some Lego.
Invent a replicator. Someone out there, someone smart, do it. Put them all out of business so we can replicate whatever the heck we want.
Well, they have those, aren't they called 3D printers?
They're still. It's like electric vehicles. They're still getting there, you know.
But they are getting there.
Slowly but surely. Well, electric vehicles are there. They're quick, but I've never understood the concept of electric trucks. Why are you making electric trucks?
I saw a cyber truck in front of me today. I was like, that's the stupidest looking
You know what?
thing in the world.
I was out running one day.
But it's bulletproof.
But it's bulletproof.
What do you do? You
Sure.
getting shot at a lot?
Well, it's very polarizing, the Cybertruck, right? You either love it or hate it. But my experience with one was that I was trying to cross the street at a crosswalk on my jog, and the lights were flashing, boop, 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 and the Cybertruck had plenty of time to stop. I know it can stop. It goes, young. I'm like, dude, I'm running here. There's a crosswalk. I wish a cop was around. Woo, whoop, whoop. $100,000 for a fridge. Yeah. You know, it's all good. They're fast, but you don't buy a truck to go fast. You buy a truck to haul, to pull, to tow. 84 miles towing.
Well, that's my thing with the electric cars. My wife and I, it's like if we want to drive somewhere, you know, like down to my dad's in southern Utah, we'd have to stop halfway and charge for 45 minutes. Like,
and that's like, and this
it doesn't take 45 minutes to fill my gas tank.
This is not new news. This is breaking news, talking about e-vehicles and how you and let's say you're towing, you have to undo your trailer. You have to take your trailer off and go into the stall, and then go back and hook up your trailer and go towing again for 80 to 100 miles if you're lucky. Yeah. You know. I don't. Why? Wow, we're talking a lot of weird stuff. No. Sorry. Let's stay focused here.
Stay on target.
Do you want to talk about some Lego sets?
Let's
talk about new or old.
Let's talk about. Whoa, we got old sets. What are you talking about?
We promised last week we would have either a micro or a vintage, and I have a vintage set today.
Okay, we'll do the micro next week then.
Okay, we'll do the micro next week.
Let's do your vintage set, and then let's go take a look at these new sets.
Okay, so
is it an electric vehicle?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
This is a set that is from my childhood. This isn't like a rebought whatever. So this is a set from 1981, I think.
Town construction, 1981.
Does it say?
Wow.
Do you see 81?
Oh yeah,
there it is, 1981. Right. Okay. Yeah, so this is the bucket loader.
Nice.
Set 6630, also known as Digger.
Hey, Digger.
Do you dig it?
I can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it. Ah, yeah.
Let's see. The original price.
That
does
scoop.
it tell me that?
I don't think I have this scoop.
You probably don't, because it doesn't come in a lot of sets.
I have this element, this red element, but the scoop is... No, I don't have that
so
at all.
To find this, it was kind of a trick. I was using Bricklink, searching the parts, and I couldn't find it this way. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But Well, they don't tell us how much it was originally.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'd imagine
I would imagine it was
$1.99.
like $3. Yeah.
Maybe
it couldn't have been
$3.
much. $2-3.
Wow.
But yeah, 1981. So I would have been around 5 when that came out.
Wow.
Got the standard construction guy.
Dang.
But
he's just a regular construction worker.
That's right. He waits to go hang out with his Indian and policeman and
it's got the
other friends.
That's right. It's got the metal axles.
Yeah. It's got the axles. You can see there's a little bit of rust in there.
Yeah. Rusty, sturdy, hefty, dull.
If you would like one today, you can get a used one according to Brickset for about $7.
This could be yours for the low price
well, not
of
this.
$7.
This isn't for sale.
Oh, well, you can have your own from somewhere for $7. But if you want a brand new, well, then that's going to cost you probably $100.
$95. Yep.
Jeez,
so
dude.
It is made. I don't know. Did you look? How many pieces do you think this is?
Let's see. I would imagine 25.
It is 34 pieces.
Oh.
I like how they use the ladder for the grill and the motor. Yeah. The bucket doesn't hold as well as it used to.
No. Well, hey, this thing is about our age, and we don't hold as well as that thing does.
That is very true.
I relate so much to you.
Do you hurt in the morning when you get up?
Do you creak? Hold on, it squeaks.
Well, we know it does. We heard it.
Every morning it's a snap, crackle, pop, and that's not my cereal. It's my body.
So, there you go.
All right.
That is our vintage set.
It's been a while since we've done a vintage set, you know? Got to get that.
We got to get back to that.
That's awesome.
So,
all right. So, on to news of new Lego sets.
So, new sets that we have coming out. The big one that was unveiled, I think, this week. By the time you watch this, it was last week or the week before, whatever. There's the Lord of the Rings.
Barad-dûr.
Do you want to...
That's cool. You know, I saw Tiego's review of it.
Okay.
And it's okay. I mean, I feel like they had this really epic reveal of it, right? The build-up was like, oh, yeah, it's the Eye of Sauron. Oh. And it's cool, but it's really tall. Mm-hmm. What is it, $460, something like that?
I think it's better.
And I think it's great. There's one fatal flaw in it, and it is huge.
Does it have to do with the backside?
Yes. you got... where's the back? Close it up. Come on.
The back is on Bricklink. You buy more parts.
Well, I think when I did the little press release reveal on Instagram, and Brick Artisan commented, he said something like, "Yeah, it's cool." And I was like, "Are we gonna see a back to this?" He's like, "Already working on it." Nice.
That's funny.
No, it's cool. I want the minifigs. But I'll tell you guys this much.
Are you gonna get it so you can get the GWP?
That's not even that impressive.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
What is it called? The fell?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
You can get it all in one fell swoop. But no, that was lame.
And it's gonna sell for stupid money.
Probably.
You know,
but I'm not impressed with it. I probably will not have that in my collection. I will say that it would be cool to have the Sauron fig. That's pretty cool. But what was I going to say? Rivendell. I want that more. Yeah. Like, it's such a better set. I know it's a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But...
well, it's close. It's not like it's...
$500. Well, $40 more.
$40 at that point.
But
it's not
I kind of feel like what you get is so much better with Rivendell, with the build and the minifigs. Like, this is super tall, man. It's a tower. That's hard to... it's funny. I was about to complain about how tall it is and hard it is to display that. And I see the Artemis.
The Artemis is there.
And I want the Artemis. That will be mine. Hey, we were talking about wanting a set. I want that set. So I'm going to just enjoy wanting something. That is cool. I haven't seen any reviews on it because whenever I want a set, I will not watch a review because I don't. That's a spoiler to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people use reviews to kind of determine if they want to buy a set or not. Yeah. I know instantly if I want a set. The Barad-dûr, I'm like, I don't care for this. So that's why I watched the review. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. All right. I was right. After watching the review, I'm like, I still don't want it. But Rivendell, I've not seen any reviews on it, but I want it. And the Artemis, I want that, and will not see a review because, I love building sets and being like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. Can I say something really quick too?
You certainly may.
I'm saying a lot, but
I don't know. Can he? We're not sure if you can say something. Do you have anything left to say?
No. I wanted to say because what's today's day? Is it the 28th?
Are you talking about today's date or
today for the video?
Their today date?
Yeah. So a lot of people like Ominous Isle, Bricklink Designer Series 2. I built it, and I am putting my review together. So that's coming out on the 1st. Okay. So look for that. I know a lot of people were like...
Because those go on sale next month, don't they?
June 6th is when crowdfunding starts.
Okay.
So mark your calendars, but check the review out loud. This was an interesting build. It was the most unique build I think I've ever got from a real Lego set, even though it's not a real Lego set yet.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But it was an interesting experience. But I just want to say, the review of this is out June 1st. Check it out. And but yeah, I want to say that there was anyway. No, I guess that's it. I'll just wait for the review. But I'll just say this: it was not what I expected. It's actually pretty impressive. It's not It's not a perfect set.
So when you say
that,
it's not what you expected. Is that a good thing?
Or? It's a good thing in a way where we're getting a set that is a Lego set, right? Yep. I mean that's the matter of fact. That is the fact. Yep. That's a fact, Jack. But they leave the designer's influence in it, meaning they keep the intricate building techniques of that designer. And as I was putting this thing together, I'm like, wow, Lego. I don't think Lego would have done it this way. Not that it's bad, but it's just like it was challenging in a way that was good for adult collectors. Like this is not a kid set. Okay, a kid would struggle with this. Adults like us that are.
Did you struggle? It sounds like.
No, I didn't struggle, but I did notice that it is a challenging build. Okay. It is challenging, and it's not a set that you're going to sit down. It's like 2,800 pieces. It's a lot of pieces, and sometimes I can build a 3,000 piece set in one sitting. No problem. Okay. This one is one of those that is so challenging that you need to take a break on occasion. But no, I'll try to expand on that more in my review. But I mean that in a good way because it was like through the instructions, I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. This is really unique. And even like sometimes like the instructions are oversimplified. Mm-hmm. This one was challenging. And I know the instructions, mind you, are not, it's a rough draft. They gave us a rough draft. And I found a lot of mistakes. But that's not because it's Lego's fault. It's because it's so early in the development of this thing that they want to get it to us to kind of get the word out for Series 2. And they tell us, like, just so you know, and they tell us, like, the instructions should not be part of your review, right? But we give them feedback on the instructions. And I was taking screenshots of everything that I said, you could probably do this better. And I'm sure they appreciate that feedback. But there were some mistakes. And you never see mistakes. You see some, but it's kind of rare. But I'm like, I'm on the 7th or 8th mistake here of like something is repeated.
Well, that's like the Indiana Jones set where it had that big wedge piece just in the middle of the thing. I'm like, where's this?
Yeah, right. But yeah, and they're all digital anyway. Yeah. And that's another challenge too.
Is there any chance they're going to change the build at all? Like after you build it, is there a chance they'll be like, well, this connection's not working?
Kind of like the cool thing. And I know we're kind of branching off here into a different topic here, but I was on a call a few days ago with a representative from the Bricklink Designer Program. And all of us that got the set, or a set for Series 2 were on the call. Mm-hmm. And I dialed in a little late. I missed it, but I don't know the gentleman's name. But he's American. And he was very... He spoke, he's like me going off. Like he's very transparent. And I was taking a lot of notes. And I forgot my notes, darn it. But he said, and I even asked a question, and I said, one of the, that doesn't fly with what I want to say. But what I want to say first is that because I was curious to know about, do you really consider the fan influence on what you're selecting here? Mm-hmm. Or do you just select things that you think people want? Like, or does it come down to what you can actually build as a Lego set, right? So if we get 250, let's say I think the first wave was like 300 plus, right? So let's say it's 300 designs, and we do the fan vote. And it's very simple. It's the happy face, it's okay, or the not for me face, right? Yeah. And they said that is 100% their influence on taking the top 50.
Oh, really?
Yes, they take the top 50 on those, no matter what. That's the fan vote. So it was great to hear that it is our votes making the difference to get those favorites up there. Then they start to look at the designs to see what they can make work based on how popular or what people have voted for. And that is why we are getting castle sets. That is why we're getting these Wild West sets, is because that's what we want, right? And even said, like, the Bricklink Designer Program is a love letter to AFOLs. It's giving you what you want. It's what you voted for. And we're not going to mess with it. We're not going to mess with all the designs. I mean, I'm sure it goes through. They said it goes through, I think, two types of teams that do different things. I can't remember what he said exactly. They're all fancy names. The processing department, the contingency replicant department, and, you know, whatever.
The thingamajig, or a whoozy-whatsy, or a whatchamacallit.
I'm making up words. The replicants. But they go through this, right? And until they get to the 5 best designs that'll work for fan vote, and that is doable by Lego, right? And that's why it's wild. And they said it's been wildly successful from Series 1. They said even the 2 that didn't sell out exceeded their expectations.
Wow, so they didn't expect them all to sell out. Is what
I don't think so.
That's interesting.
I don't think so. But I brought up, I said, hey, one of the biggest criticisms of this, what did I say? As I said 2 things here.
Did you ask how they're all going to be $400 sets?
Well, that's another thing too, is that they're not that expensive.
No, I think the value is there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because we talked about that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago where the prices came out and it was like, you know, I don't know, 2,500 pieces, and it was, you know, even a 10-cent piece would be $250, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was, you know, $189 or $199, whatever it was.
Right, and Ominous Isle is very well priced for what you get, $240. Oh. But he did bring up, because I brought the criticism of, hey, these things are expensive, but he spoke to that really well, and he used the example of the castle. What's the castle called? Like something fortress.
The first one?
Yeah.
I
can't remember what it's called now. Darn it. Anyway.
Winter
Fortress. Something like that.
I can't remember.
Anyway, doesn't matter. It's the big
we
castle.
both ordered it. We don't know what it is.
It was $380.
Yeah.
And he said if you compare that, like the best comparison is Lion Knight's castle, which is $400, which is more than that. This castle from the Bricklink Designer Program weighs more than the castle, and he even brought up weight. I'm like, hey, that's what I do. I do the weight comparison.
My thing.
Hey, come on now, man. I didn't say that. Like, actually, I have a lot of videos about weighing stuff. You should check them out. So, but no, it was really good. Like, it was, and he also talked about, like, one criticism was like, we should have more minifigures.
Yeah.
There's some more minifigures. And oh my gosh, he hinted at something. Hold on a second before I get to that. He said, like, that is not, that's a choice from the designer. The designer could throw more minifigs in there. They could. They have access to everything on the PAB, so they could throw that in there, but they didn't. But mindful of the cost, like it cannot have more than 4,000 pieces, right? Okay. And they don't want it to be more than, I don't know, maybe it was $400. I don't know if it was a price, but I think the minimum was 400 pieces, max 4,000 pieces. But I don't think it has any configuration with the minifigures. But there's a lot of interest in Wolfpack, because we got that Wolfpack figure.
Oh yeah.
Bam. And he kind of made it sound like there were Wolfpack sets coming.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but he was just like really optimistic. He's like talking about Wolfpack, and he's like, I can't say much here, but you know, things look good for the future. And I'm like, really? We get a Wolfpack tower? A little Wolfpack castle or something? I don't know, man.
He's just running for president.
No. And if you vote for me,
the future is bright.
Future is bright here at my campaign, and if you vote for me and you like Wolfpack, we're bringing it back. Vote for me if you want Wolfpack. There you go. Sorry, but yeah, I wanted to say that the Bricklink Designer Program in general is a great thing for AFOLs. It's a long process. Like once we do this crowdfunding on the 6th, it's going to be 6 months before you get your set.
Yep.
Right. So it's not.
Yeah. It'll be interesting when they send out the last one. Will be July. It's sounding like now.
Yeah, July, August, something like that.
Because it was originally it was like June, July, but now is it going to be later? I don't know.
I'm preparing myself to see that charge on the credit card. Here we go. Yeah. Anyway, going back to that Ominous Isle. I mean, like I said, I wish I got Brick Cross Station, but I'm not sad at all getting this set. It's pretty cool. And you know what they also said? They were talking about, he really emphasized his point. He really drove this home with all of us on that call, is that we don't look at a following. We don't look at how many subscribers or followers or whatever you have on any platform you have. You know, we look at...
Are you talking about the people that submit the...
well, that's a different point. But I was talking about like people who get them.
Oh, the review.
For reviews, right? It doesn't matter. Like, because like they could give it to the most popular YouTubers. Because that's what I would do if I was a business. I'm like, who has the biggest following? Give it to them so we get the biggest announcement possible, right?
Yeah.
Free advertising, great, right? But he emphasized for some reason, I don't know if I said that, because I'm like, oh, I'm a small channel, I got one, yay. That's the only reason why. But I looked at the names because there was an invite, and I didn't recognize all of them, but a couple of them I did. Okay. I was like, oh, cool. I wonder what everybody got, you know?
So this was just to call for the people that got a review set.
Yeah, and it was just a lot of information about, and they said, we appreciate your partnership with this. I'm like, hey, no problem. I'm happy to help out. Next, any wave you want, you let me know, buddy. I am happy to help out, but my guess is that because I'm in this one, I probably won't be in the next 2 or 3. I don't know. But regardless, I am grateful I got Ominous Isle. It has a nostalgic feel to classic Pirates. It does.
Yeah.
So, but I want to do a little comparison with it to the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and the fortress. What's it called? The Imperial Fortress. What's it called?
The new one. The remake that they did.
Yeah, the remake. Why can't I think of the name?
All I can think of is Legorado. That's not the one.
Fort Legorado? Yeah, that's not. That was the Wild West one. Gosh darn, I'm struggling. And I'm watching this on the other side of the screen, screaming at myself, it's this! Okay, sorry. That was a long tangent. Sorry.
I would like to tell you something I really like about this call that you were on with the LAN group. I'm glad you didn't invite me so I could get kicked out of another LAN meeting for your entertainment.
You know, I don't think they could have deciphered who you were. I could have given you the dial-in number. I'm just kidding. And there you go. There you go.
I just wanted to bring that up again because
I'm going to invite you again to the Brick Slopes one. I don't know if they're going to have one or not. Hopefully they do.
I don't know.
Get the inside scoop.
We'll see.
We'll see. They can kick you out again. The walk of shame.
No, wait, I'm LAN adjacent.
You look at this. There was a lot of people who had to walk out, right?
There was a couple. There
was a lot. No, there was like a dozen people who had to get up, like, do the walk of shame out the door. They were like, oh, yes, look at us and our amazing selves. How fancy we are to be in the LAN. All right.
You were my heroes.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, are we running out of time? We're good. We're
close.
Long. All right.
Sorry.
Well, let's do some other things. We can talk about other stuff later.
I talk a lot.
We have your favorite section.
Oh, you do it. Oh, whoa.
So this is a throwback, I'm guessing.
This is a throwback.
You know what this is, right?
Reminds me of elementary school.
Exactly. So I saw these. These are the, I don't know, how would you describe these? The wax drinks? I don't know. For those of you that are our age in the U.S., I'm guessing you know what these are. For those of you outside, you're like, what is that? So it's like a little wax shape in the shape of a bottle filled with some sort of liquid. Like when you were a kid, you thought, oh, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to guess it's maybe not. I never knew the name. Nickel Nip?
Nickel Nip.
I don't know.
Why do they use that name?
I don't know. I don't.
I remember.
Used to be a nickel, maybe?
I don't remember what these are called, but I distinctly remember.
I also remember the wax lips. Do you remember
those?
And you would chew them like, this is great, for 2 seconds, and then it was like horrible.
I did have these as a little kid. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is awful. Which one you want?
I will. I'll have a green.
I think red is the safest one.
As a kid, let me ask you, did you ever like put it in your mouth and chew it? Like, oh, yeah, this is great. And then you realize it was crap because it was wax.
You look at it because it looks so enticing. It looks like it's just a candy, a sugar candy, a gummy. And you're like, ah.
It's like eating a candle filled with a little bit of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
How do you even open these things? Do
you
have to
bite the top off, if I remember. That's what I did.
That's what I did too. But I'm like, I don't want to bite it.
And then there's always a little bit of liquid at the bottom. You can't get out. And you're like squeezing it out.
You're like,
and then it comes out on your fingers.
Yeah, and you're all sticky.
All right, well, there you go.
All right, so.
I'm going to bite right now.
Hey, at least this isn't loud.
What, you... Wow.
I made a mess. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Bottoms up, baby. Oh, it's like a shot glass. Hold on. Ready?
Hey, that's pretty good. I got mine almost clean.
Yeah, same. That was a lot of work to get one sip. All right, the next one. See if I can do this one without making a mess.
I bet you can't. What the heck,
Dude,
man?
I don't know. I have a drinking problem.
Ah.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
I didn't get all of it. It tastes like an Otter Pop.
A melted otter pop, yeah.
A melted Otter Pop, yeah. All right, we're going to have to clean this up later.
That's fine. We'll take care
I'll
of
have
it.
to avoid
Don't
the
you
sticky.
worry.
It's just one little splash. Okay, that was interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed that at home.
I'm guessing our viewers overseas do not know what this is.
You know, it's just junk.
I probably should have
but
taken a picture before we
It's
ate
all
it
about. Oh yeah. Well, find a picture online.
I'll have to do that.
Find a picture online and show it that way. But
Just take a picture
it
of these.
it was delicious, but just get an Otter Pop that's not frozen, and it's the exact same thing. It's sugar water. That's what it is. Sugar water.
No, you got a little bit of wax on your teeth.
It got the wax taste. Get a wax. That wonderful wax aftertaste.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's unflavored wax.
That was some decent nostalgia right there.
I thought
It
that
really
I saw
was.
those. I was like, I bet this will be something
yeah.
he'll enjoy
Yep. I
as
love
much as he enjoys.
I did.
Could enjoy this.
I like the candy bar. That was a good one.
Did you?
That was my favorite
The
one.
E. I thought it was the
rated
cheesecake
E.
was your favorite.
It was rated E for everyone. Well, as far as something you buy in a store that's packaged, right? The cheesecake, yeah, nothing's going to beat
Well,
that.
I got something new for next week that. Well, we had discussed it before, and you had never had it, and so.
okay.
Anyways,
That's
we'll
fine.
see. Tune in next week for exciting Alex Eats Something.
Alex
Is
eats
that our new
something.
name? I don't know. I just made it up.
All right.
Okay. We have a thing to do.
A thing to do. Is it the thing?
It's
to
the
do?
thing.
I love the thing. You ready? Okay, ready and go.
Old guy.
New shirt.
All right. So today we have a collection of 6 shirts.
It
We'll
continues.
be reviewing.
Yes. Oh, he had
So
the micro docs.
this is the first post green screen.
Aw.
Yeah, he had the Ninjago City Docs, the micro build.
I like how you got him in the middle of a blink.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
And his shirt, I think he said, was Vsauce.
Oh, it almost looks like the Iron Giant, doesn't it?
I don't know. He said it had nothing to do with it, but he was wearing it.
Oh,
so.
cool. All right.
There you go.
Great stuff.
I know.
Great stuff.
Next, he was doing this Duplo set. It's a 2+ set. I don't see too many of
2+.
those. That's kind of interesting. And it's like a 90s dinosaur shirt. That's what it made me think. It's like a dinosaur
It does
riding
have a 90s vibe to it.
riding a
doesn't it?
meteor.
Yeah. Ride the meteor.
Yeah, but with that triangle and the the lightning
Oh, my
bolts and
goodness.
whatever. That's definitely 1992. Then this is his May the 4th purchase.
That is
I
so
like this
awesome.
shirt.
That
I
is
almost bought this shirt.
That is a
before.
great shirt right there.
He actually went down to the Lego store, got his gifts with purchase.
Short round.
This is
Come take a look at this.
well, you know they had a
Hey, he belongs in a museum, so there you go.
There you go. They had a Lego set that had it was like 2-sided, and you would twist it. So one side was Han Solo, and the other was Indiana Jones.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
There you go.
it was like a Toy Fair exclusive. It's like $3,000 if you find it.
It's ridiculous. All right.
Yeah. All right. And he talked about me and how I, got screwed.
How awesome you are.
Well, no, about how Lego screwed me.
Oh, got screwed.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next, he's got a Viper shirt. I think this
Viper
is
Drive.
probably just I got to wear a different shirt kind of thing.
That one's been around.
Yeah, you can
That
tell.
has been used.
And I don't know if there's like something on it.
Is
like,
that holes? Looks like it's torn. No.
Maybe it's like paint. Maybe it's holes. I don't
We
know.
all have our shirt that we wear when we're painting.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And then then we've got
Shrewd Farm.
Fruit Farms.
That is great.
And do you see what he's holding?
Oh, hold on, my eyes aren't.
This is Teeny Tiny Tipper. Not to be confused with Tiny Tipper TV. He said that in this one, so.
That's a tipper?
Yeah, he was trying to make a teeny tiny tipper. So
Okay.
I showed him last week in the Afool.
Oh, you showed him,
with
yeah.
the nano tipper. And then the last one, I think he got this from. This was a package from Geology Joe. There you go. He's got his eyes closed again. You happy?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of partially closed. But I like how the T-Rex is pumping iron his scrawny little arms. Got to get some in there, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty buff.
They're pretty ripped, yeah. I mean, gosh, I wouldn't mess with that T-Rex. I mean, I wouldn't mess with the T-Rex anyway, but that one was shredded hands and arms.
Anyway.
Look out. Wow, that's great.
Good.
Congratulations. You know, he is just going strong there.
I know.
And he's almost halfway there.
I know. It's kind of amazing that
It
someone
is.
has that many shirts and makes a video
Makes
every
a video
day with
every
a different
day.
one.
Wow, man.
And that is
incredible.
really the endurance that we're paying homage to.
Yes, we really are.
Because I couldn't do that.
No, couldn't do it.
I mean, Alex has a hard time doing videos every week, evidently.
It's a struggle, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, okay. Stay tuned for the struggle, guys. All right.
We got to do our community, or our, not community commentary, the poll. We had our poll.
Oh, yeah. I never remember what the poll is.
Well, I can remember what the last poll is. But
I
don't
did
remember
my
what the
first
one
poll.
before.
Did you see it? Yeah, you saw it. You commented on it.
Yes. And speaking of that, in last week's episode, I know we'll talk about last week's poll next week, but in the episode, you're like, we should have a second poll. And I'm like, no, we already have a poll. And then you're like, I'll put it on my channel. And I said, no, you won't. And guess what? No, you didn't.
Nope, I didn't.
I knew you wouldn't.
I forgot all about it.
I knew you had. And I thought, do I text him? I said, no, I do not.
Well, after we're done recording these,
this will allow me
I
to
never
make
remember.
fun of him while we
I
record.
never remember. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Community. Okay. It was, what are your thoughts on the Mona Lisa art set?
Oh, yeah, the Mona Lisa. Right, of course.
Our options were, it's a winner or it's a loser.
Hey, I'm glad you spelled loser correctly because so many people struggle with that word.
With 2 O's?
No, losser. They put 2 S's. That's what I see. I've seen the 2 O's a lot, like loser.
It's looser. Like
Oh.
the pieces are going to fall
It is
off.
a looser or a losser. Like, it's
Well, it's kind
a
of funny.
pain.
We got 15 comments on it, which is a
Oh,
lot.
wow, that is a lot. Yeah.
But
well, first off,
the results,
the results. Yeah. What are the results?
I think we were pretty clear.
Yes.
We both thought it was loser.
Yeah, loser's a strong word. Just like, not for me. Not for me.
No, it's a loser.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's a loser.
It's bad. It's bad. It's the moaning Lisa.
Well, someone actually made a comment about
No
it that
way.
made me laugh. Let's see. So one clever pig said, the Mona loser.
The Mona Lisa.
That's the one that
That's
made me laugh.
good.
I just died
That's
when
funny.
I saw it.
Nice one.
Gary Squire, I think this set is as good as can be. It was just a poor choice for them to turn into a Lego set. And I think the
that's a good
size
point.
and that is where it's at.
Yeah.
Brickzar, it's definitely cringe. No parent, no matter how much they love their child, is putting that on the fridge. Charlie Wallace, uglier than a fence post.
Wow, this is not getting much love.
Brittany A. McCubbin, it's only good for the gold pieces.
Oh, hey, looking
So
good.
the frame, the rest is garbage.
Seeing the positive in it. Nice.
Dennis Verkoyen. Sorry, Dennis. It's
Dennis.
Lego. They tried. The background and body are good. The gold pieces are great, but the face and the neck, and that's really where it's at.
Yep.
Martez Bricks. I will skip that. Baradur is a must-have.
There you go. There's a Baradur set. Lever. All right.
Chris Cummings.
Hey, Chris.
Wondering if someone could turn that into Brickzar. Holding a tiny tipper.
There you go, Jabo. Try it out, man. We're expecting that now.
Jason Schleimer?
Schleiman?
Schleierman. I am so sorry, Jason.
Just say Jason.
Jason. Well, I can't
Jason
because that's
S.
me.
Are you making your own comments in here now?
Sad a Lego Da Vinci isn't with it. And when I read that, I was like, that's what's missing because the Van Gogh has one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good call out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the other comment I really, really enjoyed. World's Heaviest Jam Band, 93. Lego Vigo the Carpathian.
Yes, Vigo!
When I saw that, I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah, it does have a resemblance, doesn't it? Here's Vigo. Like a buzzing of flies to you.
Beans Bricks, Dobby vibes. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Chef Eddie 6164. This set is actually a 2-in-1. If you drop it on the floor after putting it together, you get the Milky Way set.
Ooh, shots fired.
J Bob the Builder. It's good for a discount part out. The frame is great though.
Yeah, I guess so. The
That's
gold pieces.
the gold is
I
what
guess
people
that's where
want.
the value is, right?
And Frog Arty. Poll makes me think it's going to be a winner since so many people are avoiding it. That frame opens up a world of possibilities.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens a lot. Like we talked about the Parisian. Is that the Bricklink that's going to be worth something because no one bought it?
Right. That's a good possibility.
There you go.
There you have it, folks. How many people voted? 260. That's a good fair amount.
Yeah, we had a good number. So
there you go.
people have spoken.
The people have spoken, and they want it for their pieces.
For the frame.
The gold pieces. Or the frame, yeah, that's true.
All right, let's do community commentary. We got
it's
one
time
or two
for
of
community
those
commentary. Brought to you by Breaking News. And fans like you. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. This is a good one. This is from Martin Wangdell.
Hey, Martin.
Says, hi, Jason. I think you may find my latest mock interesting, so I'm sending you some photos. Feel free to share them and like them and let me know what you think.
Okay.
And let me know if you're interested in seeing more mocks. I'm not going to tell you what he calls it yet because I want you to see some pictures.
Let me see these pictures. Oh.
So first you might be like, okay.
It looks like I think it.
But
okay.
stay with it.
All right,
I promise.
I'm staying with it. Oh.
Do you know what it is?
It looks like it's a retro.
Do you know what this is?
Oh no, I just saw it.
He calls it the Space Tipper.
It looked like a retro M-Tron.
Yeah, at first it's like, huh. And then all of a sudden I see the tipper. It's like, oh,
there it is.
There it is.
Man.
You can see that as a well-used tipper with the stuff inside there.
Money's worth out of that thing, that's for sure. Oh, man, that's awesome.
I was laughing. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's clever. That is very clever. I like that.
And it's definitely that vintage Lego color scheme, back when
that's what I thought.
Nothing was gray.
Yeah. Cannot have gray.
So, anyways, thank you for sending that, Martin.
That's
awesome,
man.
Really cool. And he's from Sweden, in case you're wondering. He put that in there. I always like to see where people are from. You don't have to tell us. That's fine, but I always think it's cool.
That's awesome.
Let's do a few questions, and then we will be done. Because I think we are almost out of time.
Yeah, I've been talking too much in this episode. Sorry.
That's okay. They like it. And next week, we're going to talk about how much they like it when we talk about the poll.
Yikes. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Well, you'll see.
We'll see. All right.
All right. So we have some questions. I don't know. Have you noticed the last couple of weeks we tried to get through them faster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that.
It's been great.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a couple weeks ago. This is when we talked about the summer sets. We talked about the Mona Lisa and the truck.
Oh, yeah. Right.
The Lego truck and
the Lego truck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, that's some of the things. And I think this was when we had the expose on Mardi Gras Man. Mm-hmm. I think that's...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Pertinent to this first comment. Brickzar said, where's the yay?
It's right here. Yay!
Well, you know what he's talking about.
Of course
Mardi
I do.
Gras
Yeah.
Man. You got to do it louder.
Oh, hold on. Well, no, I can't do that.
No. You notice he's turned it down. So.
He's toned it down, yes. Yeah. Yes.
So it makes me laugh.
I was like, I don't know, you can turn it down. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And your nostalgic thing at the beginning was about Star Wars was a trilogy.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I remember that.
Brickzar says, I remember when Star Wars was only Star Wars.
Yeah. Wow.
And coming soon.
Coming soon. To be continued. Oh, man.
Ty Novell says, me too.
Uh-huh.
McCurry2007 says, love the Jimmy Needs part of the podcast.
When he needs a part now. He did that to me today.
I don't care what we're doing.
Yeah. He's funny. He doesn't like going into the basement by him. Sometimes he will, but sometimes like, will you come down with me? Because the basement's a little dark sometimes, and he just wants someone there with him. Because you have to go all the way around and all the way to the back to get these pieces. And sometimes he doesn't know where I have them. Like he wanted to, anyway. He's cute. When he needs a part, he needs a part.
Yep. Mardi Gras Man says, I remember seeing Empire and then Jedi in the theater.
Wow.
And that was the end.
That was it, yeah.
Rogue One was good, but I'm an original trilogy guy for sure.
Yeah.
Rob Lyons said, I was the same. I saw those in theater.
Dang.
Yeah, I remember.
Nice.
Let's see. Delson says, I really want the truck and the car carrier.
Car carrier looks pretty cool. I'm probably going to do
the
that.
vintage
Yeah, the
cars,
truck.
right?
I'm going to do I had a lot of feedback on those, and the review. I'm probably going to do the yellow truck first.
Okay.
Yeah. So look for that on the 31st as my first review.
Okay, cool. Moments of the Magic says, welcome to Bricking News, where if you're old enough to not worry about the helmet holes, you'll enjoy the content.
So true. Yeah.
I would agree. Ty Novell, Mardi Gras Man, you need to send them more snacks. No,
it's
don't.
okay.
It also says, Alex, no eating segment. Alex, eating gummy bears the whole second half of the podcast.
Look, it's on my terms. They're gummy bears. Gotta have some gummy bears. Those are gone. I finished them today when I was finishing Ominous Isle. I'm like, oh, I need to get some more.
Yeah. Rob Lyons says, you're going to step on that later, Alex. I think that was the part that you threw somewhere.
I think I did, actually. Yeah.
That's funny.
I already have.
Joe Bowling, the Lego truck is the set I'm probably most excited about from the summer.
Yep.
Also, the Imperial Star Destroyer playset, since I missed out on that one 10 years ago. Nice Star Trek rant. Excellent mock. He really liked Delson's mock. So.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
museum.
mock. Yeah. That's good.
DC Born.
Right.
Doesn't another block company own the rights to Star Trek, and therefore Lego would have to buy that out? Well, with what they charge, we know they could afford it if they wanted.
Yep.
Fanger, the big panels on the Lego truck are indeed prints. Would you like to confirm?
They are indeed prints.
That's funny because after that episode, we went and looked at the box and we were like, no, I think it's stickers.
I was like, oh man, they're probably going to be stickers, but pleasantly surprised they are prints.
It says you can see the mold marking in the middle, and if they're stickers, you wouldn't see it.
Yep.
Although I can kind of see the mold mark through my sticker
Yeah,
on some of the UCS sets, but
sure.
It's a little different. Mardi Gras Man said, is this Chet from Weird Science?
Weird Science? What a weird 80s movie.
Yeah.
That's another example of a movie that can't be made today.
Oh, yeah.
Because of a certain scene.
Well, yeah.
But we didn't think anything of it when we were watching it back then.
No, not at all.
You know, it's like they're just trying to make the perfect woman. Teenagers, teenage boys, that's what we do. We didn't have the internet back then. We're older than Google, gosh darn it. We're older than the internet.
Okay, One Clever Pig says, wow, I am really surprised to see this channel stoop so low. How could you attack a man like that? Mardi Gras Man is just trying to eke out a simple living. Classic big government making it hard for a small business owner.
That's tough, yeah.
And what is he doing that's so wrong? Child gets a pet for Christmas. Child rejects the pet. Earl is there to pick up the pieces. Chuck it in a kennel, slap a 99-cent price tag on it. Bob's your uncle.
You know what? I will say this. If I was ever going to get a pet, I'd go see Earl. I'd shop there. I want a discount. Like, they're selling puppies for $1,200.
It's crazy.
Ooh, have we gone crazy?
Yes, we have.
My goodness. It's an animal that will cost you... Never mind. I have a thing about having pets.
I think people have picked up on that if they've watched this.
Have you picked up on that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Rob Lyons, Star Trek is pure science fiction. Star Wars is science fantasy. I like them both.
Hey, that's a good way to put it.
Mimi Dondu Lego. I'm really looking forward to the Lego semi-truck for the summer launch. I'd like the mobile crane, but I just have no space.
I need more space. Yeah, a lot of people were... if I didn't get the response I got on that video, I probably wouldn't even build a lot of those sets. But people are like, I can't wait for this. Do this one first, do that one first. I'm like, oh, there's a good response here. I'm going to build all of them and do them all. It's going to be done. Shall be done. So let it be written. So let it be done.
Okay.
Name that movie. Charlton Heston. Well, he's in the movie, but
is that the Ten Commandments?
Yeah, Ten Commandments.
Okay. Well, when you started to question Charlton Heston, I'm like, wait, is it not the Ten Commandments? Okay. Sorry. Me, myself, the one. The best thing about the Mona Lisa set is the frame. The cat is horrible. Notre Dame is boring. But at least there were lots of other reveals recently that did appeal to me.
Oh.
Dreams has surprised me with a few really cool-looking sets coming.
Yeah.
A new question for both of you. What type of building would you guys want to see made into modulars? I would really like to see a big, old-fashioned library.
Ooh, a big library. Okay.
What would you like to see?
As a modular?
Yes.
I would like to see...
Taking out, like, mocks you have in your city, because...
Yeah. Sure. I would like to see, like, a packaging center, like a
like
post.
Amazon? Oh.
Maybe like that, but like a busy post office.
Okay.
You know? Something like that would be kind of fun. I mean, yeah, there'd be other stuff with it, you know, but that would be the main draw. Would be like a post office or a packaging place, something that handles post. I don't know, something like that would be kind of. I don't know. Would that be all right?
My answers will be probably boring and predictable. Mm-hmm. There's two things that I think I need in my city. I need a hospital, and I need a school.
No, those are good.
But I don't. I mean, I think there are some constraints to putting it in a 32 by 32 base plate.
Yeah.
So, you know, you'd at least, especially a school or a hospital, you're going to have to do it on at least the 48. But
yeah, it'd be a little bit longer. No, they could probably figure out, like a hospital would be pretty cool. If they did a hospital, it would all be hospital.
Yeah.
A school would be cool. I think that'd be neat. Yeah.
Do you follow Preston Builds?
Yeah. Do I?
He's in the land.
Yes.
And he's out of the
familiar
UK.
With Preston
A lot of
Builds,
his stuff, he has a YouTube channel, but a lot of his stuff is more popular for Instagram Reels and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He does a lot of funny ones there.
Mm-hmm.
But he's building a modular, rebrickable school.
Okay.
And it's really, really cool looking.
Let's check it out.
I've showed you. So, you'll see it here because I'm going to share a picture. But there you go. Martin Wangdell, the Mona Lisa is like something straight out of a horror movie. Where the object in the painting starts coming out of the frame.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, oh gosh. Now
he also says,
nightmares.
I am with you, Alex. It's a fat fox.
A fat fox. Yes. Call it what it is, man.
Brickzar, I stand behind what I said about Star Trek. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's fighting words.
Trek has bad moments, as Alex said.
Yes.
The new shows on Paramount were particularly very, all in caps, bad.
I avoided those.
At the time of the quote. Much like some Star Wars has been at times. Really good highs and really bad lows. Yeah. I love Star Trek. No, we have it on tape. We know the truth.
On tape.
Mothra.
No one says that anymore. On tape. They even said that in the Star Trek original series. Like someone's like listening to something being played back, and Kirk's like, "It's recorded. It's on tape." And you're like, "Oh, what century is that? Tape? We don't even have it now." You know. Anyway,
that's funny.
Funny us. Funny.
Mothra 2523 says, "I'm totally with Alex on the Milky Way galaxy. What is up with those colors?
Yeah.
Reserving judgment on the Mona Lisa for now. I like the background and the colors. We'll see. As far as I can tell, the Lego truck is not on the Lego website yet.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, that was really strange.
Everything else is except for that. It's they got to be doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
weird.
Brick Trains says dirt cheap pets with a laughing face.
Yep.
Martin Wangdell, oh man, do I feel stupid. I always thought that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
Nope.
I think did you say you're Batman? That's probably what happened.
I'm Batman.
I can't remember what happened 2 hours ago, let alone 2 weeks ago.
I have an image in my city of Bruce Wayne and Batman standing together. So, yeah. There you go. The truth is out. He's not the same person. I have proof.
Jimbo Bricks, a couple comments here, says, looking forward to the truck. I hope the trailer isn't covered in stickers. It is not. Sorry, Jason. May the 4th wasn't a complete celebration. After trying to get my order in at midnight for over 2 hours, I went to bed and got 2 orders in the morning. Got a third on the third. Third set. 3 sets of gift with purchase at my doorstep. Well, I'm happy for you.
Nice job.
Because I know how it feels not to
got
get
the system.
So
the system worked for you.
I don't fault anyone that got their things.
Oh, yeah.
I feel good for those people.
Yeah, that's great.
It's not great. Let's see. Also says the trilogy is Star Wars, Empire, Jedi. That's it. I will never call Star Wars Star Wars. Episode 4, A New Hope. It's just Star Wars.
It's just Star Wars.
I remember that. The other guys, I don't know about the Lego delivery truck. Honestly, it looks like a weird version of the one I have from 2010, set 3221. Somehow it looks smaller, less like a truck, and like it has about 4 times as many pieces. And a hot dog stand for no reason at all. That part is kind of weird, I would say.
I could.
And the hot dog is a different color. That's the other part.
Yeah,
that
it's like a
kinda
nougat
weird.
color. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bratwurst or something, maybe. I don't know.
Guess so.
I think the truck just uses way too many of those rounded bow pieces. Let's see. Pasta Jensen. All this dirt being exposed about Mardi Gras Man's business are quite disturbing. Good that we have journalists with such integrity.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, he says Jason, but I think he means Chet.
Chet.
Yeah.
Chet Jorlington.
Oh, he also says, Omdoodler. I do not drink much soda, but I do like this one, and mostly go for the sugar-free version. Unless skiing, then I need the sugar. The taste is a mix of different alpine herbs. That's what it was. We were like, is it apple or what is it?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
Couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Giulieri. I'm sorry, I don't know. I never know. Didn't buy anything from Star Wars Day, but generally I think one per house is okay for the GWP set, as they usually get sold out very quickly, and many of the receivers only get them to sell and scalp the pieces on eBay. But like you said, it needs to be consistent and be handled the same way every time from Lego.
Be consistent.
MG, I like cats and have had pet tuxedo cats. Cats are warm and cute and cuddly and fun and do silly things. The Lego cat is none of these things.
Yeah.
It looks like someone took their beloved pet to the taxidermist, especially the eyes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
It reminds me of those Annabelle dolls.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. This looks like it took my cat to the taxidermy.
There's people that do that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Like your pet died. It's just, it's gone.
It's like,
Sorry.
you're going to take your spouse and put him on the couch? I mean, this is just bizarre. I don't get it. Sorry.
My wife just put me down to Lego City.
You're like there, putting together forever.
Here he is, his favorite place. At least he doesn't complain about his back hurting anymore.
He's finally thin enough to get on the backside of the wall. Daniel Estes. I think the space CMFs are great. I've been getting a few at a time when I see them. When I get duplicates, I give them to my nephew and nieces. The day before Mother's Day, my brother and I went to the Taylorsville Walmart. They had somewhat a full box that looked like it was just opened. I was only missing 4, so there were 32 boxes still in there. I bought the whole thing. During Mother's Day, my nephew and nieces flipped out when they saw the unopened boxes. They knew I would give them the extra ones. Love the Space CMF.
Go Space.
Gibson SW Collector. I live with a disconnection between Star Wars Lego and Disney Star Wars. If the two shall meet, my brain will explode. Ron Valance. You guys must be diehard Lego collectors. I would not have the patience to put up with all that hassle. Too much Star Wars sets. The Mona Lisa looks cursed, as well as the Milky Way. I'd probably have nightmares looking at the Mona Lisa. Bricks on an Island. Breaking news: Tourette's works better in English environment than in German. Because saying "Der Weltraum." Maybe I should let you say this.
I'm going to butcher this. I'll try it.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going to let you say this. This is the German version right here.
All right, Bricks on an Island. Let's see if I butcher this, okay? Der Weltraum dich weitern.
Is not as catching as Space, the Final Frontier.
Hold on. Der Weltraum dich weitern.
No, you need to do the first part more. Space.
Der Weltraum.
There you go. That's it.
Weitern. That was
awful.
I'm going to have to put that on my translator and see how bad I butchered it.
It'll be like, what are you speaking? All right, let's see. Mr. Wicked Paul. The September 1st release theme would be Harry Potter. It's the first day back at Hogwarts. Oh, there you go. Because we were like, I don't know. I said I know they do the fall. They usually have it around then.
Back
but I didn't
to
put that.
school. Back to school.
UK Bajan. That was a really interesting video, Chris. Thanks. Best of luck with your future plan. Good job, Chris.
You're welcome.
Zack Attack Productions. I need to hear Alex's take on the new Lego Ideas cat set. I think we talked about that in the episode.
Didn't I already vent about that?
Yeah.
Do you really want me to go down that path?
Time out. We do not want to hear that. And lastly, Jamie Clavel. IP9JH. Yep. Tell them about Star Trek. I think that's for you to tell Lego and the land.
Yes.
So there you go.
I actually haven't done my report yet, but I'll be doing it soon. Because the video did relatively well. A lot of comments. Overwhelmingly in support.
Yeah.
It's a long shot. But you know what? It's fun to put it in their ear.
It's nothing else. It's content.
It's content.
One other thing
Oh, there is one
we
other
have
thing
to discuss.
Oh.
So you may recall that, it's been a few months now. We were being bothered. Not bothered, I shouldn't say. That's not the right word. People were encouraging us to make, we should put this on its own channel, the Breaking News podcast channel.
Uh-huh.
So we made the channel.
And
then like 10 or 12 people subscribed, and we
That
did
was
nothing with it. And we were lame. I'll own it. He won't own it. He doesn't. It's
I
not
don't do
his
anything.
fault. So, a couple weeks ago, I decided we need to start doing something with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the 8 of you that watched, you're aware of this. But for the others of you...
But the other millions of you who didn't.
Well, no, let's not get carried away. You already told them it was going to be exciting or whatever at the beginning, and it's not that. So,
Come on.
I've started adding a Breaking News recap. And I'm going to try to upload it the day before. So if you need that little Breaking News fix, little preview of what's coming, they're generally around 5 minutes. This isn't a 5 minutes or less. It's not that kind of thing. I just clip some things that I think are funny, put in there, kind of pique some interest. I will tell you this. One of the hosts, we won't name which one, was not familiar with this until about an hour ago before we watched. Because even he's not subscribed, so...
Well, it was my mom's birthday this last week.
It's okay.
And I was
What about
talking
2
to her.
weeks ago? Oh, I thought you were using that as an excuse.
And no.
Okay.
I was talking to her about some stuff I was like, hey, did you see my Star Trek video? I was kind of showing them. And I was looking at these are the videos I just did recently. And they watch some of my videos. They're like, they're in their 70s, But my mom did say that she has seen, or she's aware of my podcasts, but she's like, I don't watch them because I just don't have 2 hours. So maybe I can recommend her to this, and it's 5 minutes, and it'll cover all the stuff.
That's right. So you can subscribe to the Breaking News podcast channel. If we get up to 50 subscribers, then we can start putting posts on there. So
get us to 50 at least.
To do that, then we can share the Breaking News episodes on there. And we might be doing something else with it if we can get enough people on there. So, again, we got to get some subscribers.
But we want some people on it. And there's a reward if we can get enough.
That's right.
We're going to make it worth your while. But we got to get there first. So.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think it's 500 subscribers to do a post.
Ooh, 500?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think it's 50 to do a live.
Tell a friend.
500. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
But no, go out. If you subscribe, it will be different stuff. It'll be the same stuff, but different stuff, if that makes sense.
The same, but different.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
all right, man. Well,
okay.
Yeah, there we go. What a great episode. A lot of fun. A lot of great stuff. A lot of me talking.
So do I need to give you your chance here to make up for the Afool? You said if you had warning, you would have.
Yeah, I did, but I still don't have
out.
warning. No, it was something like, what was I going to do? It was like, because it was kind of going off what Jabo always says, but it was Kirk saying it's like, and if you liked this episode, then tell your adoring friend. But if you didn't, then send it over to those Klingons. I've never trusted Klingons, and I never will. I can never forgive them for the death of my son. Something like that. But I would have made it more like applicable to what Kirk would say, Nice. But that's it. But anyway, second Afool to the right, and straight on to the morning.
Isn't that Peter Pan?
I don't know what it is. No, it's me being tired.
Okay. All right.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you're still watching, hey, that's fantastic. Good for you. Leave us a comment in the comment section below and tell us how much you just love watching us ramble on about nonsense for an hour and a half or 2 hours or however long this has been.
At least we didn't complain about being old too much today.
No, I guess not. All right, man.
All right.
Take
So
us
with
out.
that, we would like to thank
Today's sponsor.
This episode of Breaking News is brought to you by The Purple Pub. Located on the 3rd level of Ninjago City Markets, The Purple Pub is a great place to unwind from a busy day. Order a drink and play a round of darts with your friends, or even play a game of pool. Live entertainment is on stage each night, and that includes you for karaoke nights, every Tuesday and Friday evening. So, we'll see you at The Purple Pub.